Yeah, I think this year we've seen a lot of awareness and hype on the first party data and on collaborating on first party data. So I mean, meaning collaborating around targeting and making our data available for clients to book campaign on. So we have our OTT subscriber data shared in a privacy and compliant way via data clean room in order for advertisers to find overlaps with it. So I think first party data is definitely a topic, and we need publisher, platforms, buyers to collaborate on the topic and to make it real actually. So I think it's a great occasion to gather at Cannes, where we will see basically all the industries, all the player in the industry to talk about this. I'm looking forward to it.
Fantastic. And I wanted to ask you about streaming, and ad-supported streaming is becoming a bigger thing. How are you seeing ad-supported streaming in Italy, and how it works with complements or is different from linear, and how you're selling those two products?
Yeah, it's very much complementary. Mediaset is obviously active in linear since the 80s, and then active on the streaming side of it over the last few years. Very much complementary. I think we see it in our everyday life as a user. We tend to use both in different time of the day where we are not home, for example. And in terms of the advertising side of it, complementary as well, because actually streaming provides additional reach on targets that are difficult to get on linear TV. So I think as users we are using both, advertiser active into both. So I think it's a great complementary scenario where every side of it plays a role.
Andrea, tell us a little bit about the opportunities around live and advertising and live, and around sports and live linear, and how technology is making that more efficient.
Yes, well, around linear, for sure, live is a massive piece of our product. We are streaming we are streaming the Champions League. We have the Champions League on linear TV, so we happen to have one match on the linear TV and then the other match in streaming in our OTT app. So big attention on live, and as well in terms of new advertising format. We do have linear ad insertion products, so we insert digital ad into linear stream. We do ad replacement of OTT streaming, so we insert digital ads where the break in linear were. So I think live is a great product to experiment with and to launch innovative ad formats.
Great. And there's a big change in terms of the way that people actually watch TV through smart devices, all kinds of different devices, and also smart TVs. What do you see in Italy? What do you see in terms of your consumers, how they're watching TV, actually, particularly the connected TV?
Yeah, for sure. Linear TV in Italy is a big portion of attention and media spent, but we do see the CTV trend clear and evident. I think our connected TV app in particular, it's successful on HbbTV, but also on all the other operating system that we launched the app. So we see this viewership change. I think one of the nice thing happening in Italy as well is that our local GIC, so the measurement entity, is actually embracing those changes and launching the Total Audience project that allow us to actually monitor also viewership in those connected devices and eventually add the reach on linear plans. So to start to see actually this viewership change in a data-driven manner with data supporting it. And I think one of the other super interesting thing is that as opposed to self-measured environment, we have also other OTT than broadcasters embracing those kind of standard measurement, market measurement. So I think we see a momentum into finding a currency in measuring the shift of the viewership.
Andrea, just briefly, we launched a JIC here in the US recently. Could you just explain the JIC in Italy a little bit, just so our viewers will understand?
Yeah, sure. Joint Industry Committee. So we have all the broadcaster participating and owning the shares actually of Auditel, which is a company that historically had in the scope to measure linear TV. And then as users are evolving and habits are evolving, Auditel is also pivoting towards digital tracking and monitoring connected TVs, mobiles, web. So we have this very, very ambitious project, multi-year roadmap where all the broadcasters participate. And the aim is actually to find a way to measure cross linear and all the devices. We have also projects around unique creative IDs, so very similar to AdID.org in the US or Clearcast in UK, that allows an advertiser to have a report across all the broadcaster, across all the publisher that are part of this project, and most importantly, cross linear and OTT. So it's really about finding currency, finding standards with the major broadcasters into broadcaster and OTT, I would say, in the countries.